This guy who's sitting next to me right now, Vincent Arbusio, and I have very, very quickly become friends. And I am so honored to have not only met you because of let's be honest, a horrible story, but I'm often told that anytime something horrifically bad happens, that there will be some goodness that comes out of it, some light that comes out of it. This connection between you and I and all of these musicians that are now part of your family is a huge positive that's coming out of a massive negative. Welcome back to the microphones. I'm so glad that you've stayed in touch with me. You're texting me daily, sometimes hourly. We have a lot to talk about. Musically and otherwise, and what's coming up on July 11th right here in Vermont, which very potentially could be one of the biggest events in the future happening in central Vermont for many years to come. I want you to tell, we're going to recap here. You could tell, I want you to tell your story of who you are, why you're here. But July 11th, you're doing something organically. You're doing something on a grassroots level that is so huge. And you've got your head down and you're going to push through this, man. What happened? What happened?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me on again, JD. So I guess for people that haven't already heard, my son died recently of a fentanyl death, and because of that, somehow it's just kind of snowballed into me setting up a nonprofit organization and doing these shows. And how it kind of happened was at my son's celebration of life, a lot of local musicians showed up.
That was just a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, it was shortly after the funeral, like the 18th, I think, or something like that.
Carry on.
And because of the show that they put on and their willingness and wanting to do something as well as myself, it just kind of naturally turned into what it is today, what I'm here to talk about today. And the July 11th event is Vincent's Battle. Vincent's Battle is the name of our website, vincentsbattle.org. People can go there and get fine details about what I'm talking about, and meet the musicians, the ones that have already helped. And July 11th, we're putting on the first event to raise awareness. It's not necessarily a charity event because we're not asking for donations or anything like that.
Good point.
It's for raising awareness, and everything's free. I mean, we're gonna have food there. Matter of fact, I just got off the phone with a local butcher, Roma's Butchery. I'll give them a little plug, since how they're helping out, and they're gonna be supplying a 120-pound pig to go on a pig roaster, and so we're gonna have a tremendous amount of food there, and it's all, free while it lasts. And the campground, the field there, anybody if wants to, they can pitch a tent and camp overnight. And obviously you're going to get to see a tremendous amount of musicians. I mean, I think I have, I think my count now, I think we're up to 8 confirmed that are going to be there. And I'll go through the list, and explain it.
I hope that Chad is listening right now. I hope that this has his attention, and that in some capacity, I'm not sure what he's got going on Saturday, July 11th. The guy's insanely busy. He's always booking gigs. But I hope that if he's not able to make it on this one, the first one, I hope he'll schedule it in on his calendar for next year.
Okay.
8 bands.
Yeah.
And there will be more.
At least, I mean, there's more that I'm just waiting for the confirmation on. But I kind of expect that they're going to be there, but I'm just not I'm not going to name them at this moment.
Sure. So this is at 4919 Route 14 in Royalton. That's the address. It's right there on your monitor. You're going to see these posters. You're going to see this graphic. You're going to see it all over Aired Out's page. You already have. You're going to see it in the window here on North Main Street. You're going to see it all up and down North Main Street here in Barrie, and frankly, you're going to see it all over Central Vermont. The posters that have been printed, Staples did these for you.
Yeah, they did. And
tell me about that.
Well, I went in to order a kind of like a small batch to get started, and when I showed up, they made big giant poster boards, and they made boxes and boxes of small flyers and large paper flyers, and they told me it was on the house. They didn't want the money, and so that was kind of special, you know. Staples in West Lebanon, I guess. Let's give them the credit, you know.
How are you doing? How are you pushing through? We're going to chat with one of the musicians who's going to be performing, who is a very close friend with your son. How are you holding up, man? It's only been a couple of weeks. This is so fresh and raw for you.
Yeah, I've been literally so busy that like I haven't even really had time to think about how I'm holding up. You know, I just keep going.
You dove in headfirst to this right away. You and I spoke, I want to say maybe a week after your son died. And one of the things that I remember you saying to me was that you're not going to sit around and just slip into a hardcore state of depression over this. You're going to stand up. You're going to bring awareness to this, not just publicly by having an event like this, but also you're going to get yourself under the Golden Dome if you can.
Yeah.
And you've already reached out to at least one senator here in Vermont, Rebecca White.
Yeah.
How has that experience been so far?
It's been great, really, to have one of the local politicians, you know, that wants to help, and actually, I'm glad you brought that up, because if everybody goes on my website and they look, they'll see there's Senator White is on that page, and there's a section there for local politicians and other politicians that want to join. But I think it's important because when I was building the website, you as a web designer, you don't ever leave an empty space on a page, and there's a lot of empty space where she's sitting, and I think we need to get some of our other local politicians involved. I don't understand why whichever ones are in my district, I think they should all be on there, for sure.
Great point.
But I've yet to get a phone call back from any of them, so I don't know if anybody can contact them easier than I can, but that would be helpful if you could.
All right. We're showing on the monitor right now your website, vincentsbattle.org, which has just been born, just launched, like yesterday or the day before. We're showing the musicians on here. We're showing, we're going to show a lot of stuff. I'm scrolling down the page right now.
Yeah, a little bit further down is where Senator White is.
I'll show that right now. And Again, we're going to connect in with KLA here in just a second. But my God, man, this is going to be big.
Right there. It's a big empty spot with just her sitting there, and that kind of
Done intentionally.
exactly, exactly, and I think them empty spots need to be filled up with at least the rest of my local district representatives and senators,
Yeah.
and there's four others total. I have a representative and three senators, and she's the only one there.
Vinny, you said that when the last time you were in here, which was the first time, you said that it is your goal to maybe get into the State House and speak and tell your story in some capacity. It's not just about what happened, which is unspeakably horrible. As a parent myself, I can't even fathom it, and I never will be able to. But also to speak to the opioid crisis that we've got going on here in Vermont. I just had our lieutenant governor in here, John Rogers, just a couple of days ago, and we spoke about this quite a bit. And a really frank conversation that Vermont has in some regard is not getting better. We've got a lot of preventative stuff that's going on in our state. We have a lot of rehabilitation. We have a lot of mental health services, and the list goes on and on. But we still have a major, major problem in this state with a couple of real big arteries, and one of them is 91 northbound. And what's coming out of Springfield? What's coming out of Hartford? What's coming out of Albany? What's coming out of other points? What's coming out of New Hampshire? And
the Amtrak train that brings them in from wherever.
I know. It's huge, man. And, you know, and to first see it in our cities, and then it was in our towns, and now it's out in the hills. It's in the woods of Vermont, which is really disturbing. And we've got a huge problem. And as a dad who has an 11-year-old kid, I'm not going to lie. There's some big concerns of what's coming down the pipe here in our state. There's a couple of things that we really don't have a grasp on, and this is one of them. This is a fight that many say that we're losing. Honestly, we're just maybe in some areas we've got a little bit of traction on it, a grasp on it. We're making some progress here and there, but other areas not so much. Tell me about KLA before we put him on here. Tell me about this guy.
All right, he's interestingly enough, he's one of the musicians that contacted me for my son's celebration of life, and he was just another one that said, "Hey, I want to just come play a song or whatever," and so he showed up. And at the time, I had no idea, but he was a friend of my son's, and they made music together over in Rutland, him and several other groups, and so that was a great contact for me, so I could get some of these other musicians that played music with my son at this event coming up.
Had you known KLA?
No, I didn't know him at all.
Really?
Yeah.
So you didn't know me either, and I didn't know you. I mean, there's gifts.
There's connections.
There's connections and there's gifts that are coming out of this whole thing.
Yeah.
Fair to say that you're going to be connected with KLA in some way.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
for a long time, for the rest of your life.
We met Saturday at Rick Rennington's The Wild Fern, kind of like a group meeting, me and a few other musicians, and they got to see the legend, Rick Reddington play.
Wow.
That was amazing. He did a tribute song to my son, which was absolutely amazing. I'm gonna try to get that on the website at some point. I just haven't had time to do it.
Your son, Vincent Jr.
Well, he wasn't a junior because we had a different middle name, but
Okay.
yeah, I mean, you could
But
you could say you could say that.
we call many called him Vinny.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
KLA, welcome to the Aired Out podcast, my man.
How's it going?
Brother, it's going well. I'm so happy that you're with us, that you're connected with us.
It's
Tell
a
us,
pleasure to be on the show.
yeah, man, tell us about your story with Vinny, how you met him, how you guys recorded music together, you became friends. I know nothing about this,
So
but
at first, mine and Vinny's friendship wasn't about music. It started before music. Like me and Vinny have been friends for shit. I met him in school, if I'm gonna be honest. I went to school with him. That's how I met him. And with my group of friends that I was entangled with, we were mutual friends. My group of friends were mutual friends with him. So when we would go out skateboarding or go out walking around town, causing trouble like little kids do, we would always Vinny was always with us. And then it got to a point where when we were hanging out, we just get bored and start freestyling with each other. And that's how the music started. Like we started freestyling and stuff, and then I was freestyling with him, my buddy Khalik, and my brother Jeremy. And my buddy Khalik was like, "Well, I'm trying to make an album," and I was like, Benny was like, "And I have the equipment, so we just go to my house and let's record," and that's what we did, and that was my first time ever in the studio, and and if I'm gonna be honest, the track that we did that day is lost, and I can't get it back because it was on Benny's computer, so. But that's how like everything started. It was really just a bunch of school kids running around town that had some ambitions and put it together.
and you guys became close friends.
Yeah, very close friends.
What, tell me about the time of transition where Vinny had to discover sobriety. He was at that point where he had to get clean.
That's when he stopped talking to a lot of us, if I'm gonna be honest. Like when he started going towards his track of sobriety, he like kind of cut everybody off and focused on that. And then when that's what kind of when I lost contact with him. Like I didn't have contact with him probably for like 2.5 years. No, the last time I talked to him like face to face was probably it wasn't last summer. It was July of 2024 was when I talked to him last in person, and he was pretty heavy into the drugs then.
What happened after that? Continue from there.
After that, we just kind of like we stopped talking. It essentially is what it was. We would FaceTime and like I'd show him my beats and I'd show him the songs that I've been making because he kind of stopped like recording. I mean, he never stopped making beats, but he stopped recording.
Hmm.
And I was trying to get him on a song, but he was like he had some life shit going on and he wasn't able to make it down to the studio.
Do you have any recollection or any memory at all about that last song that you guys were mixing down?
I do actually. Yeah, I remember it. Vinny opened the song. I came in after Vinny. My buddy Khalik threw a hook in and then Vinny finished it off. And it was a song. It was a remix actually. It was a remix to Lucid Dreams by Juice WRLD.
Vinny, my understanding, and you both can correct me if I'm wrong, was sober for about 6 years.
Yeah.
Well, no, he was um, clean for about the last 2 years.
Okay.
And I would like to say one other thing. I may have that computer that you're talking about.
Do you have it?
There is one, and it's an old one, probably the age of when you're talking about that. I do have. It's possible. I'll look through it.
That's what I'm because it was I don't remember exactly what the computer was. It was I was like I said, I'm 20 now. I started making music when I was like fucking 13.
Mm.
So it was like me and yeah, it was a while ago. And dude, it wasn't even like if I'm gonna be honest, we used to just hang out and drink together and smoke a bunch of weed. That's literally how we met each other.
Yeah.
And then that's what it turned into.
What was it? Where were you, KLA?
Where was I?
No, where were you when you got the word that Vinny was gone?
I was at work actually. I was on my lunch break and I was scrolling through Facebook and when I seen the post, I was like it kind of like I'm getting goosebumps talking about it. It like my stomach dropped. It wasn't like like I had this feeling in my stomach and it just like I couldn't finish my lunch. It made my stomach hurt. Just to put it into perspective. So, but when I saw the post, I instantly called my friend. I called my buddy Austin Lamb, and he, me and him were close with him too. That's like I was actually with him when I had my last interaction with Vinny, and yeah, he was supposed to be with me at the celebration of life, but he had to work.
It's it's pretty amazing to think that folks can get clean and be doing so well on the road that they're on. This beautiful, beautiful road of recovery.
If I'm gonna be completely honest, I was struggling with addiction for a little bit myself, and Vinny's like the reason I'm like staying sober. I haven't touched anything since he died, and I plan not to.
Wow. You also recognize, Calais, that when someone in your shoes experiences something like this with a close friend who is clean and then relapses that and dies,
It
that
it hurts.
it hurts real bad. I can only I can't imagine, but
Not even just because like they're what they're going through, what they're experiencing, and that they're having those struggles again. There's that part of it too, but then there's also the part of because me, I'm a recovering addict, so it's like I know how it is to relapse. I know what it feels like. I know the struggle. So it's like it just makes me feel bad, and I don't like. I just want to help people. Like I want to
you're
spread this awareness because I'm sick of my friends dying off of drugs.
you're doing that. You're already starting to do that alongside Vinny, who's sitting right here next to me. But you know, isn't it just incredible that you can be on this beautiful road to recovery, and in a split second, with a quick relapse,
Be gone forever.
be gone forever. The show's over.
Fucking
Horrible.
sad. Makes me want to cry a little bit. No lie.
But you also, KLA, have you also understand that folks that are in your shoes, having a friend that has passed away from a quick relapse, you also understand that folks in your shoes, you're at a crossroads. You could either take a hard left and be consumed with your sorrow and your grief and start using again and start going down that road. Or you could take a hard right, which is what you're doing now, and committing yourself to sobriety, committing yourself to awareness, and committing yourself along with Vinny here to taking greater action, real action with the state of Vermont to say, hey, we're not winning this fight. You guys, all of you, folks that are wearing the fancy suits every day and going under the Golden Dome, you need to be aware of this story. You need to come down to the level of this family and Vinny's friends. And you need to really experience this. Frankly, I wish that they could all be there on Saturday, July 11th.
I'm gonna have a good crowd of people that were Vinny's friends coming July 11th. I have reached out to a lot of old friends, a lot of mutual friends, and so far I have like I think the Facebook event already has like 31 people going.
That's
Just off of the spreading the awareness I've been trying to spread.
yeah.
And it's all friends that we used to like hang out with, so I can vouch and be like, yeah, yeah.
It says, and I want to put you on the spot here, and Vinny as well. It says on vincentsbattle.org right here. Let me show it on the screen so everyone can see it. It's on your monitor. It says below is the list of Vermont politicians that have joined our fight and wish to help our cause. One picture, one name, Senator Rebecca White, Windsor District, right there. Vinny was in here a couple of weeks ago and said, I could give a good shit what party you belong to. I could care less if you're a Democrat, if you're a Republican. I don't give a damn. You all need to be paying attention, and you all need to do something. And I know there's a lot of tiers to this. There's a lot of levels to how we fight our opioid problem here in Vermont, crisis here in Vermont.
Am I allowed to say something real quick?
You are, man. My man, this is 100%.
Dude, so I feel like that just as much as we need help from the state, we need help from like the community. Like, because we're not going to be like, the state and the government have been trying to resolve the drug crisis for how long? It's not going to do it. Like, nothing's going to get resolved unless the community steps up and fights it too.
Yep.
And a lot of people don't like to get involved with it because they don't want to be involved with any of it. But if they fight back to stop it, then there will be a lot less of it. And if we could just like work with people about getting recovery homes and work with people about getting people help and actually solving addiction instead of like fighting it and throwing them in jail or just giving them a citation and releasing them. Like,
yeah,
just as much as it's up to the state, it's up to the community.
What do you say, Vinny?
Well, I mean, I'm setting up the way that people can do it. Like in my community at first, and it's gonna have to work throughout the other communities eventually. And what he's saying about the community helping, there's things you can do to help. You don't have to be in that like in the you don't have to be in the alleyways trying to rustle up drug dealers. You don't have to do that. I mean, there's simple things you can do. Like anybody that's in my district, the Windsor County, contact your representatives, contact your senators. Tell them how come you're not on that website. How come there's only one of our state representatives there. So those are things, anybody could do that. They can share this episode that you're making today once you post it online. There's tons of small things that make a big difference that anybody could do.
We got to find out, what there's we can talk about connecting our community. We can talk about raising awareness. You're creating a 50c3, a nonprofit. There's a lot of wonderful things that are going on. But I would love to have some real conversation, and I did a few days ago with our lieutenant governor, who was sitting right where you're sitting right now, about logistically, what do we need to do to get a grasp on this situation here in Vermont? We're probably never going to be able to prevent this kind of stuff from overdose from happening. I think we all understand that it's just the reality, and overdoses have always happened. But how can we? What do we need to do? Do we need to get into the elementary schools? Do we need to start putting the roots down on the early side of this from a preventative standpoint? Do we need to increase the accountability? Do we need to change our laws, our penalties, our punishments, our jail time? Is there a bill that exists right now? I know we can, KLA, and you know this too. We honestly, I'm just saying it like it is here. We can sit around and spend all of this time and effort and lawyers and money and everything and investment with an investigation that could end up being conclusive.
Exactly.
But we need to start really chipping away at this, man. I mean, this is horrible. You lost your goddamn son, bro. I mean, I don't know. I'll tell you right now. I'll tell both of you right now that as a father, if this were to happen to my little girl, I don't know that I would be able to
even manage. I can agree with that.
Manage, survive this. I don't know that I would be going down this road that you're on right now, which is raising awareness. Yeah, man. KLA, you're with me. Go ahead.
I can attest to that. Like, I don't really I don't have my own child at the moment. I have one on the way. I'm kind of a stepdad at the moment, but like, even in that situation, I'd probably still, I don't know how I would handle it.
Yep. This is a strong mofo sitting right next to me.
Yeah, definitely. He's definitely one of the strongest people I've met.
Yeah.
This is one pain that's, I don't know how you, I don't.
Same.
It's, I don't know how to, I wouldn't be able to fathom it and be like. The grief I feel from losing my friend. I can't even imagine how a dad feels. Like, what?
You've embraced this fella, KLA, yes?
Yeah.
You will again on July 11th, and you're
110% wholeheartedly with open arms.
Yeah. And you're bringing your compadres with you. You're bringing your family. You're bringing your friends, your network of musicians and otherwise.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
I'm bringing. I have a music group. It's Identity Records. I'm part of it. It's me and my friends, and we started it. I didn't start it. I joined it actually. They started it, and then I ended up becoming a figure part of them, and we have something really good going now. And yeah, I'm bringing my team Identity Records with me, and then I'm gonna bring all my friends that are mutuals with Vinny. So there's gonna be quite amount of people there, and the other artists that are coming with me have networking too. So, I have a good feeling it's gonna be a really good turnout.
We just got we got a couple of comments here, and I just read the first sentence here, and I'll read the rest of it here. It says from Taylor, for one, we need a little bit more empathy. And when I see the word empathy, that's a trigger for me because a lot of us don't have enough of it. We simply default to other things, which is easy to do. Not every addict is a bad person who gets into trouble or trashes our cities and towns. Many are trying to live normal lives just like you and I, and many don't want to be going down this path. Empathy can go a long way in helping people get their lives back. What a comment. What a comment. Stacy, who also just wrote in, I say this to Stacy, who's listening down in Fort Pierce right now, that if you care to call me, you can right now, and I'll put you on the air. KLA, thanks for coming on with us, man.
Yeah, man, of course.
I look forward to meeting you, and I want to also mention these other musicians. Oh my God, Patrick Sargent, who's just unbelievable, dude. Holy crap. I was checking out his stuff on YouTube. Both there. There's a legend. Gully Boys, another legend. Ian Treadway. KLA Mac, we got you right here. I'm going to be sharing your stuff up too, man.
Appreciate.
And Tony Stratt. And there's going to be more. I mean, there's going to be more.
Yeah, that's just what I could get onto the website.
Yeah, but we got a couple of weeks to go, bro. This is yeah.
If I'm gonna say this anywhere, this should probably be the spot to say it. But July 11th, at whenever my set starts, there will be a tribute song for Vincent dropping on all platforms, and the music video will be releasing with it.
Were you aware of that, Vinny?
I couldn't hear what he said.
He just say it again, KLA.
On July 11th at 3 p.m., the tribute song for Vincent goes live on all platforms, and the music video is dropping on YouTube with it.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Thanks, brother. I can't wait to meet you, man.
Can't wait to meet you.
It's going to be awesome. KLA Mac. What a guy. Holy crap.
Well, now you can see what, like, the musicians being involved is
Yeah.
it's really key. I mean, and it's helpful for the parent too, and not just these events. I want to envision like a day where other parents going through this, they can show up and do, a celebration of life or something. It makes a big difference to the parent. It really does.
There's a guy by the name of Brad Griffin who was in here on the air with me not too long ago, sharing his story, which is unbelievable, of substance use, but also sobriety and the other side of sobriety and what he's done with it. It's one thing to just get sober, get clean, but it's a whole nother thing to get sober, get clean, and then start your own business and thrive, grow, be better every hour of every day. He just, I'm going to be meeting up with him today, and I'm going to run over to Vincent's campground today, and I'm going to have a look at the property. I want to see the layout and all that stuff, and check cell service and all that fun stuff. But Brad just posted up facts, but what we really need is different avenues and outlets, both for kids and adults. Most one-horse towns in Vermont, including Barrie, are places you get stuck. And when you're in a stuck mindset, you just want to get out. And if you can't get out and find your way physically, well, you sure find your way chemically. And it's very sad, is what he wrote. And that's coming from somebody who can really talk the talk. Been there, done that.
Yeah. I think personally the solution really in the end is to have the laws changed, much stricter laws. Um, for example, here's the extreme example. If you go to China, they don't have this problem because if you deal drugs like that, they kill you. I mean that's how strict it is over there. So they literally do not have these problems. Now I'm not saying we got to go that drastic, but we got to get to a point where people are not going to come to Vermont to do the. Right now they're targeting us.
Go to state.
Yeah, it's like there's a saying. There used to be a saying. If you want to commit a murder, do it in Vermont. And now I think there's another saying. If you want to be a fentanyl dealer, come to Vermont. You know,
Oh yeah.
it's it's pretty sad that our state is pretty much has the most flimsy laws compared. You even just check the laws to next door in New Hampshire's much stronger laws than we have. We're not even close to where the laws need to be. I mean,
There's a pull and a push between rehabilitation, prevention, awareness, education. But over on the other side, accountability, laws, bills, punishments, fines, the list goes on. This state, and I know that there's a lot of programs. Treatment court is one of them. There was another one that you were talking about the last time you were in here. What was that?
oh, geez, I can't remember.
Vinny was part of.
Oh, that one was in Bradford. I can't remember the name of it, but I'm glad you brought that up because I mean I've identified another major problem kind of in my going through this with my son is even when they're ready to go to treatment and it's really hard to get a person ready to go to treatment and say, you know, all right, I want to go, I want to get clean. But when you get them to that point, it often takes 2-3 weeks before you can actually get them into a treatment facility. And in that length of time, I mean, it's odds are by the time the 3 weeks come, then they're not going to be well
Yeah.
to go.
Are you talking about Valley Vista in Bradford?
Yeah, Valley Vista, yeah. And it's because they're so overwhelmed. Like it's not their fault. There's
Yeah.
only so many of them, and
Yeah.
they can only get so many people in at a time. But that's a major problem because when somebody wants to get clean, there should be a place for them immediately. I mean, there shouldn't be a 2-3 week wait. I think that's where Vermont's failing, really big when it comes to helping treat people.
Yeah.
Because it's not easy for a person to say yes, I want to go get clean, and when that happens, we have to have the support there. Not 3 weeks later either.
Yeah. We have so many services here in Vermont. But it's like, you know, do we need more services or do we need tougher laws? Do we need more preventative action?
It's
education?
a combination of everything, JD. There's not one thing that's more important than the other.
There you go.
It's a combination of all of them.
What do we have to do to get you with a suit and tie on in the State House to speak to our legislators? Not just your story shared by someone else, but your story shared out of your mouth. What do we have to do?
Well, we have to get a bill presented, an act or a bill. I don't know exactly what it would be called, but and we have the state senator that's willing to do it. I mean, we obviously have to get her reelected, and then I think it's common sense really after that. I mean, how any politician could could vote against it would be, I mean, it would be unbelievable. I mean, I don't know how you could. I don't know how you could vote against it.
Thank you. I don't know either. And if you do, I hope we find out your name, because I'll blast it here. This is something that no parent should go through. This was your son, who was sober for a long time, and he was in South Royalton?
Yeah, South Royalton during the law school graduation.
Law school graduation ceremony. And he was right there, outdoors.
Yeah, within 100 feet of the whole ceremony going on.
And met someone who offered him
He met the person that gave him the
pill.
The one pill that he took that killed him, and they literally met within 100 feet of police, which were on every corner. I mean, it's ridiculous, JD. Like, how it's even possible, really. I mean,
how did you find out?
I got a phone call from my brother that happened to actually, out of coincidence, he happened to be right. He was within 100 feet where my son died, and my mom knew he was there and told him first, and he ran up there and got on the phone. And I was only like a couple minutes up the road, and so I drove there real quick and was there immediately, and that's how it started.
And since then, you're taking an hour at a time. You're still working.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're doing it, Vinny, but you are somehow.
Hey, my strength comes, from within. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not normal strength right now at this moment.
Yeah. Not all of us would be able to find something like that. But you are. You're coming on this podcast. This is your second time, and it definitely will not be the last time. I'll be there on July 11th for folks that can't be. I'll be there. If I'm not able to stream live, hopefully we'll get Wi-Fi connected and get a tower up there in Royalton. It can get spotty, but I'm hoping to be able to take my audience there to Vincent's campground on July 11th. And I'll have some backup means of recording if I can't get a stream going, but I'm hoping to.
We'll make sure you have very good Wi-Fi where you need it.
Okay. I hope a lot of things. I hope a lot of things as a result of this. But one of the things I'm hoping is that there will be plenty of discussion on stage from the musicians, from you, from others, from someone, of how critical it is that we're all pulling in the same direction. Law enforcement, senators, all legislators, mental health organizations, preventative organizations, rehab and recovery centers, all services in our state. We're all pulling in the same direction. But there also has to be, we also have to figure out how to stop the stream of drugs that are coming into our state. I know we're never going to be able to slam the brakes on it. We can't stop every car, every truck that's coming in our state. But we need to start getting a grasp on something here.
You know, I have ideas for that too as well, JD. As community members, we don't have to follow laws like the police do. We don't need search warrants. You know, we could put trackers on certain people's cars, and you know, we can do whatever we want.
Is it going to get to be a point that there's some vigilantism?
I mean, I'm sure it's already happened. I mean, but it shouldn't have to happen. I mean, if you know who killed your kid or whatever, you know, they should obviously be arrested, and that you shouldn't have to deal with that. But
right.
But I mean, I could definitely see how some parents going through this, if they didn't get their justice or whatever, it would, you know, it could result in something like that.
There was a time here in America where you were able to get your vengeance. '30s, '40s, '50s, '60s, '70s. Some say that the mob controlled the law. The mob was behind real accountability.
Yeah, I'm sure they helped the police out a lot back in the day. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I grew up in New York City, and it's like you didn't have to. When I was a young child in New York City, living in Lefferts Boulevard, your story earlier at the beginning, I had a big wheel. I was riding around up and down Lefferts Boulevard, and you know, I think about it now.
70s?
Well,
late 70s? 80s?
Late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah.
But I think about it now, there's like no way anybody would let their kid ride up and down the street in that area. Nowadays, it would be, you know, they would take your kid away for being, you know, a bad parent. But we all did that as a child.
Yeah.
I think a lot of that protection in the city back then was the mob. Nobody messed with people's children back then.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Bingo. I don't know if we'll ever be that way again.
I doubt it. They did put me in jail real quick, you know, before they would the actual person that did the crime.
There's cameras on everywhere. I know. It's different now. It's different now. Vinny, anything else that you can think of this morning?
Well,
this is your time, brother. I know you and I are both paper guys.
I just wanted everybody to know and make it clear that the July 11th event is all free. I mean, there's no. I want people to show up. I don't want, and the economy is real bad. So I mean, I don't want somebody. I would like to go, but I can't afford a cover charge or whatever. So, and we're the main reason why we're providing tent sites for free as well as because if you're there late, whatever, you had a few beers or something, you don't feel like driving, you can stay there. I mean, even if you want to sleep in your own car there, So I just want people to know it's all free. Just come have a good time, spread the word. That's all I ask.
And remember your son.
Yeah.
And if you didn't know him, honor your son.
Yeah. I mean, because literally he's going to be there playing. My kid's going to be there in spirit, all his friends. So you're going to have a little piece of what my son did, back in the day. We'll be there.
VincentsBattle.org. As you see right on your monitor, ending the drug crisis in Vermont with the help from musicians, politicians, and our community. And you wrote, from my son's death to Under the Golden Dome in Montpelier, join me on my journey to change law and return Vermont to the way it was when we grew up. If you can help or contribute in any way, please contact me anytime. And your cell phone right there, and we'll put it in the comments here right now, is 802-345-4854. I'm going to say it again, and I'm putting it right in the comments right now. 802-345-4854.
And if people could try to use text messaging, it's always better for me because sometimes I'm not in service, so I can always get the text message. And I'm not answering any messages. If people call and leave messages, I don't even answer
Voicemail?
those. Yeah, I don't answer them.
Nobody does voicemail.
I don't know if mine's even set up or not.
Yeah, mine's not.
So use text messaging if you want to leave a message, and if I'm in service, I'll answer my phone.
Yeah. Vinny, I think you're a badass.
Thanks.
I think you're just getting started.
Oh, yeah.
Doing some great work. Will this be an annual thing?
No, I think there's going to be several events this year. I haven't decided how many. I mean, this is just the first one, and I needed some time to get the first one ready.
Yeah, right.
But I'm going to make that decision real soon. I'm going to post, there's a section on the website that's events, and I'm going to post the dates for the future dates. But there are some really special musicians that I want to be at the next event that couldn't make this event, so I'm trying to work. I need to get everybody's schedules figured out so I can have. There's some really big name ones I wish I could mention right now. That's part of our team.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, can you get back in here on the air before July 11th?
Absolutely. Would love to.
Let's do that.
All
Let's
right.
play in that right
and
now.
your friend, the musician that was on
Chad Hollister.
Chad, I mean, tell him if.
You tell him.
Oh, if he's listening, I mean, if you're free July 11th, we'll have the stage and sound will be all hooked up. The Goalie Boys is supplying that, hosting it. So literally, you just have to plug in and play.
Yeah, and Bo Thayer's going to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you just plug in and play. So, I mean, if you only have a brief amount of time and you just want to come and play one or two songs, you can do that too.
Yeah. Good stuff, man.
Yeah.
Let's get you back in here soon, before July 11th. Vincent's Battle of the Bands. Saturday, July 11th, 3 p.m., Vincent's Campground in Royalton. Live music, food, camping. You got trophies for the bands, cash prizes, vincentsbattle.org. Thanks for coming in, brother. Love you, pal.
Thank you.